Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've been using this for over a week. It's only £82, iPhone lookalike, 6 gigs of RAM, 128 gigabytes of storage, and this is my full review of the UFly F9. So this is it. I'm going to jump straight in and talk about the size of the phone. It is a huge phone, 6-inch display, but obviously the body's bigger, you've got more bezels, big forehead, big chin at the bottom as well. So you're going to need fairly big hands to be comfortable with this. I absolutely love the display on here. It is a full HD plus display with a resolution of 1440p, and it is absolutely crisp, and the viewing angles are excellent as well. One of the standout features as well for me. Fingerprint sensor is very good as well. I don't think I've ever had it where it hasn't unlocked at all. Sometimes it can be a tiny bit slow. Most of the time it's been fast enough for me. I've been trying to pick holes in this phone because it's so cheap. Obviously it's a couple of years outdated with Android. I did run a full Malwarebytes scan and luckily found no malware at all after it's scanning files and applications, which is good. I have 4G connectivity in the UK on the EE network, and that's been no problem at all either. Wi-Fi has been great. Phone call quality has been good as well. There's one issue that I have found. Now this is a USB Type-C port, which is great, and it charges, but it only works with this type of charging cable, USB-A to USB-C. Now in some charging blocks or some cables you buy, you can get Type-C to Type-C. That will not work on that phone for some unknown reason. I do not know. Maybe one of you lot will. If you do, then please let me know. Yeah, but if you have a USB Type-C to USB Type-C, it will not charge, because I have one downstairs on my PC, which I use with my Pixel 3 XL, and it charges fine, but not with that. Only USB-A to USB-C will work. So it has 6 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigabytes of internal storage, and the specifications are right there. And the Snapdragon 653. Overall performance has been very good. I did a gaming video on it last week, which you can see up in the card at the top if you want to click that. It absolutely was fine on Call of Duty Mobile. I played PUBG. There was maybe the odd dropped frame here and there, but on the whole, gaming experience was very good. So 4180 milliamp battery, and I can tell you the battery life is average really. I never got a full day's out of it, unfortunately, but it did last me the day at work. When I got home, I did have to charge the device. The best screen on time was over 5 hours, but on average, I'd say the screen on time is 5 hours overall. So battery life could be better. So I'll just try and open a few apps here just to show you how quick or not quick the case may be. There's definitely no slouch, and obviously when you're opening internet connected applications, you do have to wait for the internet connection to fully refresh, but on the whole it's good. If you go back, open them, it's pretty good. Look at that, super. Instagram, refresh, go back, Instagram. Yeah, RAM management looks great as well. So yeah, really impressed with this smartphone. Now some of you may know I use Google Maps every day to and from work. Unfortunately, I didn't capture any GPS footage or navigation, but I can tell you that the GPS is absolutely fine. There's no problems with that whatsoever. Accuracy is good and rerouting is quick as well. So now let's look at the camera. So 16 megapixel on the front and a 16 megapixel on the rear. In daylight, the camera is very good. In low light, as you would expect with such a budget smartphone, there is a little bit of noise, but I don't think overall the quality is that bad for such a device which is over 2 years old really, and a budget smartphone. Stabilization works really well on video. both front and the rear. I'm going to let you watch these pictures and videos now. Let me know what you think. Home for popping. Don't leave it alone. Let it snow, let it snow.
Oh, these are battery ones, aren't they?
You looking forward to Santa? You gonna see Santa?
How many do you need?
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Aria, who's coming?
Santa.
Who?
Susie. Santa.
Santa?
Yes. Santa. Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve night. Are you all been good?
Way! Well,
What?
barely, because I bought my nails. Santa. And Aria a bit has. So, hello. Hello. What's your...
It's beginning to look a lot
Chris-
like Christmas everywhere you go.
What can I say? Bigger for goodness sake.
Go on then.
Bigger for goodness sake.
Hey! You
Jingle
better watch
bells.
out. You better not cry. You better watch out.
I'm telling you why.
Yes, I think you agree, guys. The camera is pretty decent. Obviously suffers a little bit in low light. So I think that's going to conclude this review, really, guys, because I've covered everything. There's only one bad thing about it, was the USB Type-C to Type-C charging cable that doesn't work with this device, but that is no biggie at all. But you can see it looks an absolute beauty. New applications are still compatible with this device. Call of Duty, PUBG Mobile. The new P&P Santa app there, 2019. That's there. The I'm a Celebrity app as well. So all the latest apps are working on this device still. It's Android 7.1.1. £82 on Banggood. Links are in the description below, guys, if you want to take a look. I'd definitely recommend it. 100% recommend this smartphone. Even if it's just for your kids to play on, if you don't want to get them a tablet or anything like that, get them this. Or if it's for your, I don't know, your grandpa, your grandma, or if it's for anyone who doesn't care what type of phone they have. It's not the sort of person who wants branded, well-branded smartphones. This would please most people out there, I'm sure. So that's it, guys. That is my review of the UFly F9. It's been quite a treat. Any questions, please comment below. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.